All right, Ray. What are we talking about today?
DesignerCon recap
Woo!
2024.
Las Vegas, baby. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, so first off, we had a lovely drive out there.
Maybe
A little
you.
over 12 hours. If you were following on my Dr. Toys, I was posting a lot of stories of me and Ray just singing our little hearts out, having a
I
blast.
did feel good that everybody was stopping by the booth making sure I was okay.
There were a lot. I was
But
surprised at how many people stopped by the booth and were like, I was following you guys the entire time. That was hilarious. And I was like, that's great.
I'm glad
So,
you thought it was hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah. Remember that guy I punched in the face because
even
he
my
was a
mom,
good singer.
even Mom Russell jumped in and she was texting. She's like, "Ooh, I know a way you can annoy Ray. You could sing Christmas songs all the way." I was like, "Look at that, Mom.
Oh yeah,
Mom knows how to. She knows how to do it."
Wendy.
So then we got to Vegas, and I would say the whole way there, I guess building up to Vegas, we've been like super cautious, skeptical. For those of you that don't know, DesignerCon has been in California for 18 years. This was the 19th year, and they switched it to Las Vegas. Next year's their 20th anniversary. And so we were kind of like, the whole time, is this going to be a good show? Is it like, who's the audience?
Yeah.
And, well,
I mean, it was a good. I mean, everybody there, it was great. I
so
mean, I feel like the vendors were pretty.
yeah,
Like a lot of the vendors were the same,
there was, and
and some
there
new
was a new
ones.
ones, and there was a lot of great, incredible work. I mean, like walking around, it was like, wow,
Yeah, I do
there's,
think the quality of everybody was seemed much higher this year.
yeah, it was really nice.
Um,
And then VIP night, that's Friday night. It was hopping. Like it was like going really well.
You were a VIP? Did you
Yeah.
walk the carpet?
we are VIPs.
we no, we were just sitting at the booth waiting for the VIPs to come in. And it went really well. Like it was going good and it was busy. And so we left the first night thinking like, okay, maybe
Our sales were really better VIP night
yeah.
than they were VIP night last year.
Yeah. So we went home that night and we were like kind of high fiving and optimistic. And then Saturday rolled around. And Saturday rolled around. It was like,
We did forget Friday morning. We forgot about the towel incident. Should we mention that?
like the hotel.
And I had a dry. I got up early before everybody else so I could get down and get some sausage. At the
Was this Friday or Saturday?
no,
It was our first.
yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
So I could go down for breakfast. Jumped in the shower, got out of the shower, realized there was nothing but a little tiny hand towel.
The hand towel only. The hotel did not stock our room with towels.
Oh, and then it took like an hour to even get a towel.
Yeah, it was rough.
So,
But I did find out Ray is like a huge breakfast sausage fan. Ooh,
well, I mean,
so
if
gross.
it's free.
Oh, it's so gross. Yeah. So, anyways,
Anyway, but back
yeah,
to
you
decon.
got dry. You were dry by the time we got to decon. And Saturday, man, it was just.
Kind of
It
slow.
was kind of slow.
I mean, it was. I mean, it was still good. A lot of people came by the booth. People loved the
Oh
robots,
man,
the show.
the robot show turned out so good. Looked really nice, and like everybody was like taking pictures of it and filming it, and like we were talking about all the amazing artists that were part of the show. It was awesome.
And a few people came by because they had seen the videos.
Yeah,
But yeah, not a lot of money exchanging hands.
no,
I
and
mean, I think we made a little,
yeah,
I think.
and then Sunday rolled around.
Oh, yikes.
Man, that was like crickets.
That was,
And last year, Sunday was one of our super high days. We did really well last year, and this year it was like we were literally just sitting there. Like, and normally I'm like Ray can attest. Like, I don't shut up. Like, I'm up and I'm like talking with people and like, and all day I'm on my feet. And there was nobody to talk to. Like, I'm just like standing around going like, well, I'm just gonna sit down. There's nobody to talk to. There's nobody even walking by.
Yeah.
It
But
was
it was a good
rough.
time to walk around, and
So,
I mean, we did see. Usually I leave and I'm like, I should have gone over here. I should have done
yeah.
this. But this year I got to see everything.
So Christian, like, what asked me this morning at work. He was like, "So what was the rose and what was the thorn?" And I said, probably the thorn was just like the crowd size at Las Vegas. It was pretty rough. And it wasn't just us. Like, I would say almost every vendor that I talked to, they were just like, man, this is a rough year. It's like really slow. But the rose, I would say, for me, was kind of what you're alluding to. I'm normally at the booth just like working the booth all day. And because there was nobody there, I just like went off and I like connected with artists that I've met over the years at DesignerCon, but have never had time to just sit and talk with. And I mean, we met Tony,
Yeah.
COPO. He's an amazing artist, does some cool stuff. We met Blaine, and I think you even have some of his stuff. You got a print of his, and like, man, his work is gorgeous. We got to meet so many cool people and actually talk to them and get to know them and talk about like our processes and how we're building things. And so I
Yeah,
think,
this year I actually got to go to one of the talks, which was weird.
yeah,
But man, I mean, I think the rose for me was our friend Blaine. His this is
we got one of his, yeah, the
his
print.
print on a little pin. Can you get that, John? Oh, here. Is this right side up? Yep.
Yeah.
So Blaine, you found Blaine in the back. He was at the very back.
Very back. What happened was I was like walking around the back, actually looking for Tony, and I walked by Blaine's booth and like right away I was like, oh, holy cow! Like this is amazing. Like this is gorgeous. Like what is going on here? Like this is so good. And I started chatting with him, and he was the nicest guy in the world. And like him and his girlfriend were just super great.
His prototypes were the best thing at Decon.
So good.
And yeah, I wanted him to sell it to me so bad. But I mean, I would have paid whatever.
Yeah,
Blaine, if you're listening to this,
man.
that is so cool.
Yeah, really
Um,
talented guy.
I think the thorn for me would probably be set up and takedown. Well, takedown was
Went pretty well.
uneventful.
Oh yeah,
But setup, man, that was crazy.
we got yelled at by union workers.
It was awesome.
It was a little chaotic. Oh, another kind of rose for me. It was kind of a funny story. Is I was back in the back again, and there was a guy that was doing some Rizzo prints, and his name's Nick. And I was just chatting with him and talking about the Rizzo prints. I'm like, these are really cool. And I was like, you know, what's your story? And he's like, oh, I'm from Art Center. And
Oh yeah.
Nick, he looks pretty young, like not like, but it looks like he could be in school still. And so I was about to ask, like, oh, like, what year are you or what term are you in? And he's like, yeah, I'm a part-time teacher there. And I was like, oh. And I said, oh, my daughter goes to Art Center. And he's like, oh, no way. What's her name? I said, Mika Russell. And he's like, oh, I know Mika. He's like, I'm always in the lab working on the Rizzo prints. And he's like, I don't have her for any classes, but they're always in there doing their projects and like peeking over his shoulder, like, what you working on? So Nick comes over to our booth and he's like, hey, let's take a picture. And he's like, why don't you choke me? So I'm like choking him, and Ray took a picture for us, and he's like, ah. And I sent it to Mika, and Mika's like, yeah, I know Nick. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, again, yeah, we met a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of zines at that talk that I went to. All these.
Man, those are great.
So these are super high-end zines, though, I'll tell you. I mean, these are fancy.
These are super fancy.
But yeah, so these are fun. Happy to get those. These are what I got. They put they put these in a bag, and then I got back to the booth.
Like you bought these.
Well, I bought 2 of them. No, I don't know. I bought a couple.
Okay.
Some number there.
So Ray comes back to the booth and he is like totally confused. And I'm like, what happened?
I like open up the bag and I had this Gumby. And I'm like, what is that? I didn't pay for Gumby.
It was just in his bag and he's like looking around, digging around the bag, like, what is
I
going
mean,
on?
it's cool.
Yeah.
So I got that. And I didn't buy it since Blaine wouldn't sell me his prototypes.
Come on, Blaine.
I
Where's the
know.
love?
I didn't buy anything except for however many of these I paid for, 3, 4, I don't know. And I got Gumby for free. Oh, I did buy the print and the pen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that for free. I got all these stickers for free.
I bought a couple of Christmas gifts, but I couldn't show them here because, they're for people that might.
For Rachel.
They're probably not. Well, Rach might be. I don't think I got any. Maybe. But Mika's not watching anyway, so.
Yeah. Doesn't care.
And
then we got these hats. We both got hats.
Yeah.
From Tramp.
Yeah.
And Tramp is something.
We're looking into
very
it.
Cool.
Yeah.
But still just trying to figure it out. We got Autumn.
Yeah, we have a connection. We were talking about maybe we'll meet with her on our show and kind of talk through
how you use this thing and what it is. I mean, I think when just hearing what they're talking about and the marketplace they're talking about will be cool.
Oh, and follow we totally failed on a live stream at DesignerCon.
Yeah. That's the reason we've been out.
Could not really figure out without John, our video guy. So, John, you really are valuable. You do have purpose in this one.
What were we talking about? We were talking about John and trying to.
Hey, don't be zooming in and out on me.
There was something we were going to have him eat.
Oh,
What was
pickles?
it?
Oh,
it wasn't pickles.
No. Okay, so I won a contest on YouTube. There's a YouTuber that I won a contest, and he shipped me a package. They delivered, they came to my house and left a note, and they had me sign something, so I left it there, but they didn't deliver it, so I have to go pick it up at the post office. But Vegemite is in there.
Yep. So you will be eating.
John is going to be eating some Vegemite on Toy Rats for us, and I heard it's amazing. It's delicious, so you're probably going to love it.
You've never heard of Vegemite?
Yeah. Perfect.
You've never heard Down Under, the song by Men at Work?
Yeah.
They talk about Vegemite. It's like a Australian thing.
So, and he also sent Tim Tams.
Right.
So.
And we've had our old, what was he? Director? Jonathan.
Yeah.
He was from Australia, and always brought Tim Tams.
So he told me about this thing where you have to bite the end, bite the other end. You put it in coffee or tea, and you drink through, and then once it fills up, you pop the whole thing in your mouth and eat it. But Christian told me that's a total joke. It's like an inside joke with Australians, and they just do that to Americans just to. So now I'm suspicious, so I'm going to do a little bit of homework and see.
I feel like they're only this big.
No, it was this long.
Huh.
So
I don't know.
we'll bring them on Toy Rats. We'll do the Vegemite. John you eat it on toast, so you get to eat some toast.
Yep.
The spread?
Yeah,
You're gonna
little
love
spread.
You're gonna love it. Sarah likes it.
Yeah.
She's had it.
So
I mean, I've had it.
So stay tuned for that. And but yeah, DesignerCon. It was
it was fun. It was. I will say I'm not a huge fan of Vegas, but it was fun. I mean, we had a good time. I mean, besides the ride out there and the ride back.
Viva Las Vegas!
Yeah, oh my gosh. That brings up bad PTSD kind of things.
All right, until next time, I'm going to go sing some ditties to Ray.
No.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Later.